we are talking about these free agents that's on the clock. I want to talk about your man's Benjamin. Have you guys heard the rumblings that his agent moved on from him?
Yep.
And that he's considering retirement?
I don't think it's what it sounds like. It sounds like his agent just dropped him, like, all right, get out of here. I think it's been more of a mutual thing. Because I'm not really sure how much basketball, me and Ox had this conversation yesterday. I'm not really sure how much basketball Ben Simmons wants to play. I mean, with him having the situation that he had in Philly, up until that point, I mean, he was a really good player in the league. A really good player in the league. And once what happened in Philly, and you couple that with the back injury, I think it just became something completely different with him. And I just don't know how much he wants to play basketball anymore. I think he's one of those guys who loved the stuff that came with basketball instead of just loving the game. That's who I think he is more than anything.
Mars, thoughts?
It's a sad day, man. It's a sad day. I don't know the league without Ben Simmons in it. This is going to be very disappointing. Nah, I think the writing's been on the wall for a few years now. He hasn't looked the same since 2021. Whether you want to say mentally he's not right, or you want to say the back injury has done a lot of damage to him physically, whichever one you want to run with. If you want to say he doesn't care about the game or he didn't improve at all since he got drafted, whatever it is, this is a player who had a lot of talent, and we're going to see him out the league at what age? 28, 29, number one overall pick, who started his career as good as a lot of number one overall picks, and it all just went downhill after like year 4, year 5. So that's disappointing. But if he feels he can't play, if he feels he doesn't want to play, I mean, then go enjoy your retirement. He's made a lot of money.
He was headed to the Hall of Fame. You think so, Morris?
He was on that trajectory for sure. Yeah, he was definitely on that trajectory. This is someone who made all defense team, made an All NBA team, 3 All-Star teams in like his first 4 years. He's made $200 million in the league. I had to go check. So he's got retirement money. He's made generational wealth. So if he feels he has nothing more to play for, he feels his body can't do it, he feels he mentally can't do it, or he feels he just doesn't care to do it anymore, go retire. It is what it is. But I'll remember what prime Ben Simmons looked like. I remember what peak Ben Simmons looked like. I know the last few years have left a sour taste in everyone's mouth. Rightfully so, that's fine. But that doesn't change how good he was in 2019, how good he was in 2020, how good he was in 2021. And he was a really good player. So shout out to Ben Simmons. If he retires, hope he enjoys retirement. If he stays in the league, hope he finds a spot that fits for him. But I don't really have much else to add.
You know, Morris, I'm happy I got to see. Like, I went to go watch Ben Simmons play a couple times, like in person before it went this way. Because I would hate to be one of the people that don't know how dope Ben Simmons was. If Ben Simmons decides to retire, if that does happen, and he decides to go live his life, I say congratulations to Ben Simmons. You know what I'm saying? I say good job, Ben. You did your thing. You made your money. There's no need, like if your back is messed up and all that stuff, there's no need to try to please fans and try to make people think you did this and did that. Like this, it's not that serious, but it's just a game, and you got a whole life ahead of you. He's a young man, a rich young man. You know what I'm saying? There's don't hurt yourself. Don't mess up your back. You're 6'10". You're gonna be 50, 60 years old one day. You don't want to be walking all like this and trying to force it. Man, go live your life and enjoy yourself, bro. I say congratulations to Ben Simmons.
Hey, Chill.
Sir.
What's the average duration of somebody's career in the NBA? Do you know? Does anybody know? 4 years?
4 years. Yes, sir.
He played 4 years at a high level.
Yeah, he played, his career was almost double that. He played 7 years in the league. So yes.
Like y'all know this happens pretty often. Like a high pick, 1, 2, 3, 4 top lottery picks. A lot of these guys only play 4 or 5 years and they done. Let's look at guys like Evan Turner, you know, guys like Nerlens Noel. Like this isn't something new. It's just Ben Simmons was one of the guys who he burst on the scene like crazy, and we thought that he was going to be something special, and he was something special for a little bit, but it just didn't really pan out.
Would Nerlens Noel be a different circumstance? Just like your man from Ohio State, is he a different circumstance? Because I think he broke his back at Ohio State, if I'm not mistaken.
Evan Turner,
and yeah, I think he broke his back when he was at Ohio State. Yeah,
he was 1 and done, wasn't he? 2 and done. He was there. He was there for 2 years.
I know he got hurt one of them years, and he had a real bad back injury.
Oh,
if
damn,
I'm not
I ain't know
mistaken. You can fact check that. I'm not totally sure, but I know Nerlens Noel came into the game broke. He tore his knee up at Kentucky. So
Well, Norland should have took that money, chill. That's what I'm talking about. Norland should have took
before
that
he played the
money.
game. So
Yeah.
Ben Simmons.
yeah, because you got hurt in, was it summer league? You got hurt.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, and then he missed his whole rookie year. So he came in hurt, played.
Did
really
they hold him
well.
out as a precaution? Do you think they held him out as a precaution more than he was broken? Because I think that I think I think Joel Embiid was broken. I think those are different situations. I think Joel Embiid was broken. I think Blake Griffin was also broken too. He had microfracture surgery. He was broken before he showed up. He was able to overcome that though, but he was also broken. With Evan Turner, I'm pretty. I mean, not Mars. I'm sorry, Ron. You can fact check this for me. I think he had a back injury coming into the league, and it was a bad one.
People in the chat are saying that that you're right, chill.
I don't remember it exactly, but I do remember he did something to his back, and it was pretty substantial. So
yeah, chill. Even like some of those guys they may have been injured, but we could even go with guys like Tyreek Evans. We can go with guys like Michael Carter Williams. It's always guys that they don't. We expect them to play long, but they don't end up doing it. I'll go to this draft at number 4, Dragon Bender. He's not in the league no more. At number 10, Thon Maker. He's not in the league no more. At number 8, Marquise Chris. He's not in the league no more. Yorgos Papagiannis. He actually plays for Fenerbahce right now, but he's overseas. Yep. He never even came to the league. Juancho Herman Gomez. He played a couple years in the league. Now he's back overseas playing for Panathinaikos. Yabusele. He played his way out of the league in a couple years and ended up coming back. Wade Baldwin. He plays overseas. He's in the EuroLeague. Henry Ellison. These are all first-round picks. Malik Beasley was 19 and Karis LeVert was 20. But these are all first-round picks who played in the league for a couple years. And now,
But those guys didn't sign a max contract. They make multiple all-star teams. They weren't considered arguably the best defensive player in the world. So I've never seen this before. You're that great and just completely fall off a cliff. I've never seen that. So I
think that Philadelphia situation.
Yeah, I can't think of that.
Yeah, I think that Philadelphia situation, even though he did a really good job, and me and Alex had this conversation a couple of days ago, he did a really good job on Trae Young. But the way he got ran out of town in Philly, I think that really affected him. And you couple that with the back injury, and it just looks way different. But Ron, to your point, when you're talking about those guys, are we having a conversation about guys? Was it just injuries, or is it guys getting mismanaged? Because I feel like these young guys, especially during then, get mismanaged a lot more than they actually are injured. Like Michael Carter Williams, for example, when he was in Philly, I think they did a terrible job developing him. Terrible. I don't think it had a lot to do with him not being able to be physically able to play. Same thing with Tariq Evans. I don't think Sacramento did a good job with him at all. I mean, he came into the league. He's a baller, and what they were doing up there, that was like Animal House. They had no idea what they were doing with him.
They messed up. Drafted another point guard, moving him to the 2 position. They just left him at the 1.
Yeah, that's what messed him up.
Mm-hmm.
See, and that right there, Miles. So I'm moving him to a different. I'm moving him to a different position, which means I'm screwing up his game instead of building around him and putting pieces around him. Because again, wasn't he? If I'm not mistaken, he was a lottery pick as rookie of the year too. Yeah, he was one of their better players.
25.
He was a top 5 pick in one rookie.
But hold on, though. We can blame the organization if we want to, but we need to put some of that on Tyreek too. Tyreek wasn't focused. He was out there in the streets. He was in Sacramento running around with them gangsters. He wasn't doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? So Tyreek needs to take accountability for not being focused.
No, you're absolutely right, but I feel like that didn't happen until after they moved him to a different position and his numbers decreased. That's when he started doing those things.
He was outside in Sacramento. He was not. I mean, I feel you. Like they probably didn't have to move him to the point guard, to the shooting guard or whatever. But he should, you know what I'm saying? Tyreek got to take accountability. He wasn't doing the right things though.
And that part
all of this goes into it. Go ahead, Chip.
Go ahead. Ox, and that's an interesting point that you make. Do you think that if Tyreek Evans, let's say they keep him at the lead guard spot, and not the lead guard, they keep him at the 2, right? Is that what we're talking about? They keep him at the 2. With them keeping him at the 2 and they build around him, and Sacramento is better. Do you think he's more focused on basketball or is he outside?
I don't know, Chill. I don't know him personally. I'm not sure what type of stuff I don't know that. I just know for a fact that he was sometimes doing things that
it wasn't hard to find.
Basketball players probably shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? So
Chill, there's no way he was outside because they moved him to the shooting guard. There's no way he was
some people gonna do what they want to do. Like we can put
I can speak for that.
Teams can mess up developing players. Teams can do a really good job developing players. But that doesn't mean if the team messes up, that doesn't mean they take all blame for what happened to a player's career. Some people don't take this as seriously as other people. And I'm not holding that against them. Like, this is just a job at the end of the day. Some people aren't destined to be the greatest of all time. Some people aren't destined to pursue those types of things. This is just their job, and they're really good at basketball. They play basketball, but they aren't going to dedicate their life to the craft. And I don't know Tyreke Evans personally. I'm not going to say whether he did or didn't do that. But there are people who just, that is them. And that's just a difference in how they're wired.
And I think that is fair, Mars. That is fair, but I think that there's also a level of focus that I have if I'm in a better situation that I wouldn't have if I wasn't in a better situation. So if I live in a nicer neighborhood, you know what? I kind of want to stay around here. So what do I need to do to make sure that I stay in this neighborhood? As opposed to I'm in this neighborhood and it really doesn't look like I'm going to be able to move out of here. I'm probably going to be here for quite a while. So I'm probably going to act like what's going on around here. So I feel like on some level with Tyreke Evans, if he was in a situation where in addition to them building around him and playing better and seeing what Sacramento is doing, and I'm not taking accountability away from him. I want to make sure I'm clear on that. I'm not taking accountability away from him. But if he's in a better situation where they're building around him, that team is better, and you obviously see them on the uprise, like what Oklahoma City was doing, for an example. I'm not saying Sacramento's Oklahoma City, but like what they were doing, and you obviously see them on the ascend. You know, stuff that I was doing when we was whack, stuff that I was doing when we weren't very good. I probably shouldn't be doing that because I'm more focused on where we are. I'm trying to get this money. We're going to be better. And I think that that's going to help me out in the long run.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. You're the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.